All right, today's topic is an overview of what is ecology and different types of ecosystems. So the definition of ecology is the study of how organisms interact with one another and their non-living environments. We're looking at the biotic and abiotic factors. Now, ecosystems are divided into 5 levels. All right. So we have, at the smallest level is the organism. So any form of life, whether it's plant, animal, bacteria, a single organism. Anytime you have a group of organisms of the same species, we refer to that as a population. If you have populations of different species living and interacting together in the same area, that is a community. When you have these living communities of different species that are also interacting with their non-living environment, and non-living would be matter and energy, that is known as the ecosystem. Then if we take all of the ecosystems on Earth, we can call that the biosphere. Remember that the prefix bio means life. The Earth is a sphere, so that's all of the life on Earth. All right, when we look at types of ecosystems, we have 2 types. We have our terrestrial or land ecosystems. We refer to those as biomes. Biomes are usually determined by their climate and the types of flora and fauna or plants and animals that are found there. And then our ecosystems found in water are aquatic life zones. We have both marine, which is saltwater, and freshwater as well. We mentioned that ecosystems are made up of both living and non-living components. We refer to the non-living components as abiotic. Water, air, nutrients, energy, those would fall into that category. All of our living components are biotic, so plants, animals, anything else that is alive. The boundary between 2 ecosystems is known as an ecotone. Range of tolerance is a term that refers to the types of conditions under which a species in a certain ecosystem can survive. So usually there's a minimum and a maximum. So if you take a look at this graph, it shows plant growth at various temperatures, and you can see the range of tolerance. Here you would have maximum growth, and you can see your minimum is over here at 8 degrees Celsius, and your maximum at 32 degrees Celsius. Anything that limits growth we refer to as a limiting factor. So in this particular graph, what is limiting plant growth, both at the minimum and maximum temperatures, is temperature itself. So to define limiting factor, it's either too much or too little, in that case temperature, of a single factor that limits or prevents growth. In terrestrial ecosystems, usually it's going to be the amount of precipitation that limits growth. And the second one would be soil nutrients. In aquatic ecosystems, the limiting factors are usually temperature, amount of sunlight, dissolved oxygen, which you're usually going to see abbreviated with a capital D and a capital O for oxygen. And then you've got the amount of nutrients and salinity. And we know from our lab this previous week that salinity is the salt concentration. So the limiting factors are going to determine what types of organisms live in each biome or aquatic life zone.